Okay, we're with Graham Rahal, the PRI show. Kid, we don't have an IndyCar race for 6 months. I feel for you guys because you're chomping to do something. How do you stay sharp?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Obviously, you got to be physically. You got to try to keep on top of it. You got to keep working out. Try to keep thin. Particularly this time of year between Thanksgiving and Christmas and everything else, pretty easy to eat a lot. But luckily, I would say for me at least, with Daytona, with Acura and the NSX and everything else going on, I'll be doing some driving. And frankly, for me, to be honest, I know a lot of guys don't like the off time. For me, it's great because between my schedule, Courtney's schedule, me getting more and more involved in the dealership group and chasing sponsors, I mean, it's pretty flat out. And so it's been kind of nice, but it's hard to stay on top of the game. In fact, yesterday we were doing a lot of work, a lot of studying on how we're going to improve. We did our end of the season review and focus on the track specifically that we need to work on. And it looks like before St. Pete, I might not drive an IndyCar, for a month before we actually go. And everybody's worried about, you need to test a week or two before you're going to be okay. So, but that's kind of what it is now. And particularly with the testing schedule, which I like a lot. I think what Jay Fry and his team have done is great because I think it's only going to be 4 days before the season. So that's going to help save a lot of money for the teams. But with that, you're not driving very much. So you're going to have to be on your game come St. Pete.
Well, let's talk about Daytona and what you'll be driving with Ryan Hunter-Reay.
Yeah, it's cool. With the NSX, the GT3 car from Mike Shank Racing, I've been kind of part of the birth of the new NSX for the last couple of years, helping develop the road car, and so to get the opportunity to drive the sports car is pretty cool as well. So I'm looking forward to that. I've known Mike a long time. Obviously, we're both Columbus, Ohio, Central Ohio guys. Mike's top-notch individual, and my connections with Honda, are deep for me, and so it was important that since that car was racing and since a Honda Acura product was racing, that I try to be in it. And so, I feel pretty lucky because they could have chosen a lot of their IndyCar drivers to fit those roles. So for Ryan and I to get it is pretty cool.
All right, let's talk about just the fact that you've had 2 great years in a row, and now you got Serbia. And if you could have probably handpicked one guy to be your teammate, I think it would probably been him.
Yeah, for sure. We've been working on that a while, and I think his deal was signed about a month and a half ago for Indy and Detroit. We've had a sponsor signed for a long time, as we did with Spencer this year. For those events. Now, our focus, our goal would be clearly to have Oriole full season. It's not a secret he's getting to be an old guy, so we'd like to.
Do you think he's putting shoe polish on his hair yet?
Yeah, he's getting like Elio now, I think. But yeah, I mean, it's we'd love to get him full season because I think with Tom German coming on board and everything else, we've got to be good to have a full-time second entry to really help us develop, to help us improve, to help us identify areas that we're weak or strong. Having said that, obviously sponsorship is key, and we're working hard on it for them.
Last question, Ohio State or Alabama in the national championship game, brother? What's the final score?
Well, I just want to see Ohio State sneak through by Clemson, which I think they got a good chance of doing that because I don't think Clemson's got a defense at all. So we'll see. But if they get to Alabama, I'd love to think they're going to.
Will you be there, brother?
Oh yeah. Today after the test at the Roar finishes at Daytona, I'll just drive out over. I'll be there.
All right. Pengrade, Rahal, Letterman, Lanigan. Look for him this year at the front of the field. RobinMillerRacer.com. Thanks for watching.